Hi, I'm Healy Means. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a Backyard Shenanigans video. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is a follow-up to the Backyard Shenanigans video where I showed a complete haul of my new garden. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, I just want to show you some YouTubers who are growing their own gardens. I follow each of these channels and many more, and I've gotten great ideas and great tips and tricks on how to grow a healthy and abundant garden. When you get time, go ahead and check them out. This is how my garden looks now, but let me show you exactly how I got to these results. For this season's garden, I decided to try something called companion gardening, and it's where you plant vegetables and fruits, herbs, flowers, things that go well together. They benefit each other. And I use this wonderful app to do it. Y'all, I'm going to do a whole separate video on this app, but it helped me to determine which plants to grow next to each other, which flowers and herbs to grow next to those plants. Y'all, I'm going to tell you all about it later. In this season's garden, I used a mixture of seeds and store-bought plants. And these are the pictures of the seed packets of what I planted for my spring 2022 garden. Y'all, I planted a whole bunch of stuff, probably too much, but I really wanted to go all in on the companion gardening. I wanted to see what I could grow together, what's gonna survive, what might not do so well. But I just planted like a whole bunch of everything, and we're gonna see how it goes, and it'll be learning for next season. I decided to overhaul the dead space in my backyard into a complete raised bed garden. There's a significant slope in the back of my yard in the corner, so the first thing we had to do was level out that area, and we used dirt from other parts of the yard to fill in that spot. Once we leveled out the area, we laid down the landscaping fabric, assembled and placed the 2 raised beds along with 2 wooden toy boxes, and then filled in the area around them with mulch. Just this part of the project took almost a week to finish, y'all, so it was no way that I could record this overhaul. My plan is to finish the rest of this side of the yard with the same thing, the landscaping fabric and the mulch all around the trees. This is a before picture of my tomato tree, y'all, from last year. It is still hanging on. And here's a view of our progress just at this point. You can see like the ground in front of the trees is bare because that's where we got like a lot of the dirt from. I initially bought 22 bags of soil to put in the raised beds. I put 5 bags in each of the 4 large ones, and then I put a bag each in the toy boxes. And that wasn't even half as much as what I needed to fill them. So I had to go back to the store, and y'all, of course, this was after the sale was over with. And I had to buy more bags, a lot more bags. I bought 24 more bags of soil. These I got from Walmart. The first ones I got from Home Depot. Y'all, Home Depot took all my money. So we dumped them in, evenly divided the soil into the 4 sections of the raised beds. Went ahead and evened it all out, and then it was finally enough to fill to the top of all of the raised beds. This actually 2 8x4 raised beds, but you can see like the little divider in the middle. I knew I wanted to divide the raised beds into sections, so I hammered some nails spaced out apart, and then I used some yarn that I got from the $1.25 tree to make sections, and it ended up being 16 sections per 4x4. And then I also used some black string to outline the area where I will put the herbs and the flowers. Once I got everything measured out, I used a different type of landscaping fabric. This was a little bit thinner. I think I got this from Home Depot, or I can't remember. It might have, no, it wasn't the Dollar Tree, but I put the landscaping fabric down, and this is going to help to retain moisture in the soil, because everything I plant here will be receiving direct sun. It's going to get hot, and I just don't have the money to water twice a day every day for the entire season. Now that I had the raised beds set, I had them sectioned off, I had the landscaping fabric to retain the moisture. Now it was time to actually start planting stuff in the raised beds. So like I said before, I got a mixture of store-bought plants and seeds. I started out planting the actual plants that I bought, and this was mostly flowers and herbs, but I did also get a few vegetables. I bought so many different kinds of herbs and flowers and vegetables, and I think I got some fruit seeds too, y'all. I went ham. I had to pick from what was left because I was kind of late in the season buying my stuff. And I bought a lot of different stuff. I just wanted to see what would work and what wouldn't. Before I put the plants in the soil, I placed the containers in the squares where I wanted them to go, and I matched everything up with my companion gardening chart just to make sure I was all right. Here are the various packs of seeds that I bought. A lot of these were my 2021 seeds, and I wanted to plant those first, but I also bought a lot of 2022 seeds too, y'all. Like I said, I went extra, but I wanted to have stuff on hand just in case they sold out at the store, or just whatever. I wanted to be prepared. Now, I didn't plant like everything, but I planted a lot of this stuff. And then I did the same thing with the seeds as what I did with the plants. I just placed them in the squares where I wanted them to go. I matched everything up with my companion gardening chart. Then, depending on the size of the plant or how I thought the seeds were going to grow, I cut either T-shape, X-shape, or H-shape slots into the landscaping fabric, and then I planted the plants or pushed in the seeds. I also put 2 of my tomato cages around the tomato plants, and then I have the other 2 cages that I'm gonna use when the seeds grow for, I think that's cherry tomatoes. In the toy boxes, one of them have cantaloupe and one of them have watermelon. This is how everything is looking. I'm real pleased with how it looks. It looks very professional, and it is such a change from that dead space. Here's some of the tools and items and seed packets and stuff I got from the $1.25 tree. These things I got from Home Depot, and I ordered some stuff online. These are the poles that I use for the netting. So I got some shade fabric, and at first I just attached the shade fabric to the stakes, but you can see it's real flimsy. It blew in the wind like real easy, and I was like, man, I think I need something a little bit more solid to make sure that this stays. You see my plants and stuff started coming in, the seeds started growing, like everything was looking real good, y'all. I was real happy about it. Everything was looking like it was supposed to. The landscaping fabric really helped me to retain moisture in the soil, because y'all, it was hot. We have had some very hot days. It took the seeds on one side a little bit longer to come up than what I thought, but overall I was happy with it. And here I'm just showing you my finalized chart of what I planted where, as far as using that companion chart. Y'all, I really like that app. I know I said it like 1,000 times, but I really like that app. I keep saying app. It's not like an app. It's actually a software application that you have to download onto your desktop. It's not made for cell phone. But y'all, look at, here's the after picture of my tomato plant. Y'all, I'm so proud of this thing. I cannot believe that it is still growing. Even now, since I recorded this video and took these pictures, I have more flowers. It has grown even taller. I didn't have the heart to pull it up out the ground, y'all. I couldn't do it, and I'm glad I didn't. Here is the orange tree, y'all, full of leaves. No flowers yet, but it is definitely growing. Here are my strawberries from a year ago, still producing fruit. Y'all, those strawberries so good. I've been having to eat them as I go because something is tearing them up. It's not the opossum, y'all. It's not the critter, but something is eating up my strawberries. And look how big the strawberries are. Look at that one strawberry in the palm of my hand and the big hole from something eating it. Here's my cherry tree. This cherry tree, you know, full of leaves. It had a lot of flowers. This is the cherry tree that I transplanted, and I also killed like the main trunk. Here is my lemon tree. Plenty lemons on it, y'all. It is doing very well. I have, I'm trying to wait to pick off some of these lemons, y'all, but it's tempting. This is my apple tree. A lot of flowers. We have some fruit coming in. All of that's going to be apples, y'all. We did have a slight tragedy just recently, but I'm hoping the apple tree can recover. We snapped up some roots, y'all, by mistake, trying to do the whole landscaping and all of that stuff on the rest of that part of the yard. I went and used some of my supplies that I had from last year, added some more soil to my old, the first 2 raised beds that I had. I dressed them up, got them all, you know, nice and sectioned, and then I actually planted some stuff in one of them. So I planted collards and kale, not necessarily for eating, but these plants are gonna serve as my fertilizer due to all kind of stuff you're hearing in the news. Y'all, I just want to be prepared. So I mean, we will eat a collard though. I will have a kale salad, but that's also going to be part of just my fertilizer. Now here you see what I did was I took that chicken wire from last year, and then I used that to help frame, put in a shade cloth over the raised beds, and it worked out a little bit better, y'all. It's not even, it's not like picture perfect or whatever, but it's working. And we use zip ties and y'all all kind of stuff to fasten the chicken wire to the poles, and then the shade to the chicken wire. Y'all look, it's working how it's working, but the chicken wire is still sliding down the poles. So I gotta come up with, you know, another solution for that. But right now it's holding strong, y'all. And here is how the garden looks. I'm so happy with it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, click that notifications bell, share this video, share my backyard shenanigan playlist, and share my channel with everyone you know. And until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed.